Thank you for joining For Our Special Kids, where we openly and honestly discuss the magic and the mess of raising a child with special needs. We are thrilled to have you here and hope this time provides you with some wonder and wisdom. I'm your host, Jennifer Lansing. Let's get started. Happy Valentine's Week, and actually, happy Valentine's Day. Some of you love this holiday, and some of you don't. Today, I wanted to just talk briefly about self-love. Now, I know it's a pretty overused term these days, but I have some recent experiences with why it's so important. Last month, I took 2 nights away from my family, all by myself. Yeah, I was giddy driving away from the house, and I realized in 48 years of living on this earth, I hadn't taken time for me. I had never taken time just for me. I've done business trips where I had one extra night before flying home. Inevitably, I'd have a client or somebody there, so it wasn't for me. Or I extended one trip one time because I needed to recover before heading home, but I hadn't ever planned anything just for me, alone. And I'm not really sure why. I mean, there are all these obvious answers, right? Too much going on, a child, a family, friends, holidays, schools, work, commitments, responsibilities, and we all can come up with millions of reasons to not take the time away, but I really wondered if the real reason that I hadn't taken the time away is because I didn't feel like I deserved it. Like, who am I to think I can just leave everything and go away, just escape, not hold on to the responsibility that I had chosen, because I had chosen to be a mom. I chose to be a wife, and I chose to have these responsibilities. So, I mean, who was I to think that it was just all right to let that go, to walk away for a bit? Did I really deserve it? And that bothered me. That bothered me that as a very confident woman, and I'm confident in my partner, and I'm confident in my decisions, it bothered me that maybe there was this underlying emotion of deservability. So, I mean, unlike some parents who really can't let control go or don't trust their spouse to get the job done, that is not the case for me. You know, my husband, Alex, is more than capable of working with Teal whenever I'm gone. I mean, he makes lunches, he gets her to school on time, he gets dinner ready, gets bath time done, he reads stories. I mean, he's a great dad. All in all, I mean, I never worry when Teal and Alex are together. I mean, he's great. He's great with her. So that's not it, right? And some parents can't take the time away because of that. Some parents can't take the time away because their child is medically complex, and it actually does take 2 people there to help and to maintain schedules and to get complicated medications put together. I mean, I understand all that, so it wasn't, anyways, I digress. But so I'm very confident in Alex and in anyone that's helping Teal. So for me, letting go of that control, that wasn't the issue. So, I mean, why wouldn't I step away to take care of me? I was really bothered by this when I came back because it was such a healthy time for me. It was so healthy to wake up and not have to think about getting someone else out of bed, or what were we going to have for breakfast, or what was on the schedule today. Or, I mean, I was so unbelievably peaceful, and there was a quietness in my mind that I didn't realize how much self chatter I think there's always going on in the head of a mom. I heard Dr. Becky recently talking on a podcast, the Glennon Doyle one, We Can Do Hard Things. She was talking about rage and mom rage, to be specific. But one thing that she talked about, and I'm totally going to be paraphrasing here, is scheduling in time that isn't cancelable for you to do whatever you want. And it might be an hour one time a week, and it's not filled with anything other than something that just makes you happy. And she said, one of the reasons moms in particular don't actually know what to do in that time is because they can't even remember what it's like to take care of themselves. I mean, they had just lost touch. They'd gone so far beyond that when that hour came around, it was easier to just take care of someone else than to have to think about what it was like to take care of themselves. And I get it. And I would imagine that many of you listening get it too. We get so used to giving away everything that when it's time to give back to ourselves, it's almost too much, like too much pressure, too much of the unknown, right? Like when I have something scheduled, like, okay, I know what to do. We get up, we get going, this is what we do. I come back, we do the dishes. I did it. I mean, that's known. The schedule is known. And so when there's this moment of just an unknown time period, what do we do with it? And, she talked about just choose something, which I thought was a really good thing. Just choose something. Like for me, I knew I wanted to take 2 days away, and I could have searched for weeks to find like the perfect place that had a spa maybe, or had a really great restaurant, or had great walking trails or whatever. And you know what? I didn't. I just chose a place that seemed to be far enough away for me to disconnect and not too far away that I couldn't get back if I needed to. Like I just chose and I booked it and I went, so just choose something, just do something. If that is right now, I'm going to just get up right now and walk. I'm going to walk around the block just for me, or no earbuds in, no podcast playing, nothing. I'm just going to be present with myself. Just choose something to help you take care of you. So as I was putting the words together that I want to talk about today, I had an inspired set of words come to me. And I just kind of closed my eyes and typed, and I'm going to read that to you. I don't even know if it makes any sense, but it just came to me while I was thinking about all this. You might call it a poem, I guess. I don't know. I don't really write poems, and I don't think I really wrote this. I do think this was inspired, but these words hopefully will remind you of love and being of the love, in the love, and one with love, because you do deserve love. And this month is a great time to just realize that you deserve the mystery of the unknown. You deserve the mystery of silence. May you feel deserving of everything that fills your heart. Feeling alone, but not being alone. Loving others, but not loving yourself. Giving to others, but not giving to yourself. The juxtaposition. To be at the river, to be thirsty, so very thirsty, but to not take a drink. To have the option to simply then let it slip away. To be loved is not to know love. To know love, one must be love. Loving the one deep in your soul. Loving the one from lives past. Loving the one for years to come. Step into the water. Be porous for others, but not sturdy for yourself. This is not the way. The vessel must fill. See the sun reflect the waterfall. See the rainbow spray. Loving oneself means letting the light shine through you, in you, of you. I am wishing you great love and self-care for this week and for the rest of 2024. Have a wonderful day and happy Valentine's. Thanks for listening.